An important design feature that Google offers is the ability to create custom map styles of the base map layers. So you can style the landscape, roads, water, points of interest, transit routes, and geographic boundaries. Styling the map allows you to create a map customized to your brand's distinct style or highlight features of the map that are relevant to your application. The map styling is configured by creating an array of features and styles and then applying that to the styles option of the map. In the API reference, let's refer to the map type style object properties. There are three different properties we're going to discuss when we're styling the map: the feature type, the element type, and the stylers. So let's talk a little bit about the map type, style, feature type. Features refer to elements on the map that you want to style, such as the landscape, point of interest, roads, water, the main elements on the map that you'll find. If you scroll down further, you'll see the element types. So these are the elements of the features that we can style. So you can style their geometry, how they're filled, the stroke or the outline around it, the different labels, and then underneath labels, the icon, the text, and then the text fill and stroke. So how can you style both these features and the elements that make up these features? That's where the map type styler object comes into play. There are a number of different properties that you can style. There's the color. You can set the gamma and the hue, the lightness, the saturation. You can also control whether the visibility is on or off, or you can set the weight in pixels. The best way we can discuss and learn more about these features is through an example. Let's take a look at the lesson code and learn how you can create a custom map style of your own. In the scripts.js file, there are two changes that I've made in order to enable map styling. The first is to create a map style object. And we'll go into this in a little bit more detail, but we're going to style some different features and provide some overall stylers for the map. The next thing that you're going to need to do is go down to the map options. And in the map options, there's a style property. And we're going to apply the map style variable so that in order when this map loads, it'll style it appropriately. Let's look at how when we apply these changes it affects the map style. So right now I've pulled up the map that we were using in the previous lesson. Now what I'm going to do is save the styles. And you can see as we've reloaded the map, there's a major change here from the style we had previously to the one that we have now that's affected by just these couple of different style options that we specified. If a feature type or element type is not defined, then that styler is applied as a global default to all features or elements. This is the case in our first styler, where we're applying a saturation and gamma adjustment. A gamma of 1 means that there is no change to the lightness, and we will decrease the color saturation by 100 by applying -100. In the second styler, we are turning off the visibility of the stroke around the label text. Since a feature type is not defined, this will be applied to all features on the map. Let's see how that will work. So let's turn the visibility on and refresh that. It's a little bit hard to see, but there's a white stroke outline around all the text. And so this example, if we set the visibility to off, that just turns that off. The next three stylers apply to road, water, and landscape. So let's take a look at those. For road geometry, we are enabling simplified visibility to turn off the secondary roads and only display main roads on the map. If you were to turn this visibility to on, you will see that all the secondary roads are displayed. So let's take a look to see how that affects the map. You can see now that it's displayed all the secondary roads. And so to simplify it, we'll just change it back to simplified. And now we're back to the main roads. This next feature type is for the water. And if you take a look at our stylers, what we're going to do is we're going to apply a hue color to the water in this color. We're going to set the gamma to 0 and increase the water saturation by 50%. We will also turn the visibility on in order to apply the stylers. The reason that you need to apply the visibility here is to override the global styler. So if we remove these styles, you can see that the global saturation is applied to all the different elements. If we keep the visibility off, then it won't apply that styler to the water. So that's why we need to enable the visibility. And now we have the water set to the hue and the saturation that we're interested in for this particular map. The final styler is for the landscape. And so this will apply to all elements type within the landscape, and we're going to apply the styler color here. Styling the map requires adjusting these different style options until you've achieved the map style that matches your vision. I have found that it's helpful to use a predefined style as a starting point and then make adjustments in order to fit the style that you're interested in achieving. I've found snazzymaps.com offers a great repository of styles to either use as is in your project or reference them as a starting point. If you go to snazzymaps.com, you can explore the different styles that have been uploaded and then cut and paste that style for use on your map. So I've loaded up Snazzy Maps and I'm looking at this style, the shift worker. And you can see from the webpage that they provide a great example map so you can see the colors. They provide the JavaScript style array. And so this is what we were just working with, so you can just copy and paste this in. And they also provide the ability to customize this to match your own style. And this is a really handy feature because what you can do is you can look at a particular feature type, go to its element, and then adjust the styles. And so let's say we adjust the gamma here. And you can immediately see the response. So this is really helpful and a really cool feature of Snazzy Maps. So what I'd like to do now is take the shift worker and go ahead and apply that to our map. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this array here. And then we're going to go back and look at our code. So what I'm going to do is take the style that I've copied from Snazzy Maps, and I've created a mapstyle.js file. And in here, what I've done is I've just pasted in this style here and assigned it a variable name. So I've done this for shift worker and another style called cladme. So then let's copy this variable and go back to scripts.js. And we can scroll down and now apply this style to the map. And there we go, now we've applied that style. If you wanted to apply the other style, we could just go back, copy the cladme map style, and then apply that one. So in this lesson we learned how to create map styles, adjust those styles by controlling the features, elements, and stylers, and then applying those styles as a map option.